Good evening. On today's call, my name is Domen Widergar, and we will speak about Utron Foundation and the entire ecosystem that is built around this new, sophisticated, the technology that is on the market for the past 2.5 years. At the beginning of the call, ladies and gentlemen, I need to apologize. I'm traveling right now all around Europe, where I'm meeting different kind of leaders from different kind of organizations in order to give the latest news and updates. Of course, it's Monday, 7 p.m. Central European Time, and today, ladies and gentlemen, I have amazing news for everyone who is holding the Supernode, for everyone who is holding the FinUp platform, for everyone who is holding the staking hub entity, and of course, we will speak about the supernodes in general. Ladies and gentlemen, let's open up this call with Akasha deposits inside of the supernode. 1.5 hours ago, I had the meeting with the team, and they informed me that all the AK111 deposits on a base network are live, fully functional, and you can already see the balance. The team promised me that by the end of the week, they should fix all the remaining problems with the supernodes. So far, they're doing case by case. So far, once again, Akasha as a token, if you are sending it over the base deposit, are fully functional, and the display options appears, and you can literally fill your supernodes and start to enjoy the passive income. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the previous week I was mentioning the name FinUp. I'm speaking about the trading platform. I'm speaking about the opportunity for everyone who bought the big whale or convert into the big whale package to have the fully FinUp access. If you remember correct from the previous week, I introduced you two new trading strategies. One, it's Delta Max. The second one, it's called the Binance Core. And the first tens of thousands, some of them even hundreds of thousands of dollars happen as a deposit into the two new trading strategies. Now, ladies and gentlemen, in the morning when I spoke with the team, we already have the first results for the two new added trading strategy inside of the FinUp platform. That's why, ladies and gentlemen, the first week results with the Binance Core and Delta Max. Binance Core in the previous week with just 4 days of trading produced 2.91%. So almost 3% of the trading profits, and Delta Max almost 0.8% in just 4 days of trading. Ladies and gentlemen, if you missed the previous call that we had on Monday, 7 p.m. Central European Time, we introduced two new trading strategies inside of the FinUp platform. FinUp is the partner that is, let's say, built on top of the Big Whale platform. It's contributing for all the payouts. And once again, the previous week, we introduced the two new trading strategies from one outside team. After all the due diligence, we have decided, together with the FinUp team, to push it very, very hard. Once again, Binance Core in just 4 days of trading, 2.91%, and Delta Max 0.78%. So if you have your money in some of the strategies. Once again, this is not a financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. Our translators are not a financial advisor. All the information about these new trading strategies you have inside of the FinUp platform, these are the results. Of course, the past results are not the future guaranteed, but once again, we are starting this week with the green numbers. Even more important, the entire market went down. Probably you have noticed where we count Bitcoin previous week. 105,000, 4,000, 106,000. I'm sure you are watching what is happening with your portfolio. But once again, even if the market dropped for more than 5%, Solana dropped to $130, the Binance Core and Delta Max, they traded beautifully. So once again, if you have the access to the FinUp platform, these are two new trading strategies, by far the most optimized what we are offering right now with the FinUp as a platform. Once again, I'm very, very excited, and I hope that next week I will have even greater news for everyone who will make a deposit inside of the FinUp platform. One more information, Two trading strategies will stop on Friday, June 27. I'm speaking about AI trading strategies and 2x AI trading strategies. Why? Because of the, let's say, challenging market conditions. The team has decided to stop this trading strategy. But once again, you can relocate to either Binance Core, Delta Max, or you can take out your profits if you are having it. So once again, we are starting this week beautifully. First of all, the base deposit inside of the supernodes, it's fully functional, it works, and once again, between 60 to 120 minutes after you make a deposit, of course, it appears and it works beautifully. The second information is Binance Core and Delta Max. Once again, I need to show these results. I'm just excited. We promoted it heavily. I know they are past results, almost 3% in 4 days and almost 0.8% in 4 days on Delta Max. Once again, nothing has changed. You are sending your money straight to your Binance sub account. You just connected to new trading strategy and everything works beautifully. Now let's move on, ladies and gentlemen. Now we will speak about the transferability. We will speak about the staking hub NFT. This is something that everyone is waiting. Of course, I spoke with the Ultron team, and by the end of this week, all the staking hub NFTs that you are having inside of your Mavi Global portfolio, you will have an option to withdraw it inside of the FlipMe or inside of your MetaMask. Of course, I know that the Ultron team is a little bit late, a few days late, but once again, they assure me by the end of this week, all the staking hubs, you will have an option to withdraw it. And also, they will start with the preparations. When someone is having also the super nodes, you will have an option to withdraw them into your own custody. Now, let's jump now to Akasha. Let's jump now to the layer 0. Let's speak about the latest technology of Ultron Foundation that is called Akasha. Once again, we are speaking about the technology that it was introduced in the middle of the March, and now the dots are coming together. Several companies on the market, they will offer the supernode as a product. That means that there is a lot of interest about the entire ecosystem, once again powered by Ultron, and once again there is a big development, a lot of development teams that they are working 24/7 in order to build the most simple, the most sophisticated layer 0 experience. Once again, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not a financial advice, and everyone should do its own due diligence. Once again, crypto is growing. 2 years ago, when we were on the call, the price was exactly 20,000. Today, the price is around 100,000. All the analytics, all the biggest minds of today's world, they are saying we will count Bitcoin in hundreds of thousands. Why? If the first 15 years, the individuals, now banks, governments, ETFs are jumping into the Bitcoin and blockchain space. How many people? Around 600 to 700 million people is involved. Different kind of technologies are offered, different kind of solutions. If we are multiplying by 50,000 or even hundreds of thousands of daily generated tokens, we are speaking about the total mess or total confusion. Now, we are on this call, ladies and gentlemen, in order to solve the problem connecting different kind of blockchains with the layer 0 or simply Akasha. What Akasha will do, it will connect all the blockchains, easier, faster, and cheaper transaction, shield security, effortless multi-chain connectivity. Once again, we are speaking about very, very complex project. That's why there is just 5 companies on the planet capable to build something so sophisticated. I know Ultron and all the teams around, they are working 24/7 in order to ensure the best and simple user experience. Now, in order to participate inside of the ecosystem, the product, it's available outside of the European as a supernode. Supernode, it's a product that can literally give you 10 years passive income. And once again, on today's call, we announced that the base deposits of Akasha, they work without any kind of problem, and literally after 60 to 120 minutes, you will see it as a display, and from that moment on, you will start to enjoy between 5 up to 10% passive income. Bigger node means high reward, and one even more important information is that 50% of the transaction fees that they will happen on top of the Akasha network are gonna be shared among everyone who are holding the supernodes. Now, I know that there is a lot of discussions. I know that there is a lot of talks. What kind of other possibilities are gonna be with the supernodes? For now, I cannot disclose anything, but just holding the supernode, having it on will give you also other possibilities. Tomorrow is June 24th. We don't have fully functional supernode, so I assume that tomorrow one news will come out about the promotion. Once again, the most important information is the base deposits work, and literally by the end of the week, all minor bugs should be fixed and everything should start to run smoothly. There is also one more thing that is inside of the preparation. I cannot reveal it today. That's why I'm already inviting everyone on the next week call, next Monday, 7 p.m. Central European Time. Even if there is the vacation mode, even if there is something that now people will start to travel, they need to go with kids this and there. Once again, we are working and we will make sure that on a weekly basis, we will give you more and more informations. Now, what I'm seeing right now, ladies and gentlemen, on this call, we have also Vitaly Dubinin. I didn't know that he will join this call, but let's welcome for the end of this call Vitaly Dubinin in order to give us the latest crypto news and updates. Vitaly, if you can hear me loud and clear, you can open the camera and let's give for the end what is happening in the blockchain and the crypto space. You are the mastermind. I think we all agree, Vitaly, that the last week was very, very, how I can say, not easy to trade. Most of the people, they lost money, but not with the Binance Core and Delta Max. You just missed the first part of the call. These two trading strategies, one did almost 3% in 4 days of trading, and the second one 1%. But Vitaly, please enlighten our community what's going on in the crypto market and in what kind of direction everything go. Vitaly, the virtual stage is yours.
Thank you, Doman. I'm happy that this strategies and FinUp are making money for people because majority are losing money these days in crypto, and for obvious reasons. Yeah, I see it. Weekly performance, very nice, very nice. The majority of the market is in minus right now. We did see Bitcoin kind of hanging by the thread, and it did break a little bit. Almost. Well, it did dip to 98,400 and then reclaim this area of support of 101,000. I'm not worried about Bitcoin per se itself. There is so much corporate money and government money that is seeing Bitcoin as a hedge for everything, better than gold, digital gold, and as a long store of value. So nothing to worry about for the long term for Bitcoin. Altcoins are weak at the moment. We do see the altcoins were not able to, after several weeks of consolidation, about $1.2 trillion, they were not able to hold this level as a support. It broke to the downside. The reason is obvious. There is a war going on between Israel and Iran, which US joined the war, and the markets doesn't like it, especially the altcoin market doesn't like it, this uncertainty, as this is a pretty substantial, people throwing around nuclear weapons and left and right, and it's really not something that the world is very excited about. Many people are concerned. I was firsthand no, because I was actually in Israel while the rockets started to go. I was in the shelters. I was there seeing all these rockets fly in the sky. So it's luckily I was able to get out by the sea because the airport was completely shut down. Still is shut down. The only way to get out is by the sea. So it was a long trip, more than 33 hours to get to some kind of land that is safer. but yeah, the situation is not good right now in the world. So I wish there was a much better charts, to show. We all like to show, but one thing that you never want to forget when it comes to times like this is the more the market goes down, the greater the opportunity to make profits, because essentially, everything becomes more cheaper as people panic, and the opportunities to entry the market becomes much more attractive, right? And you can make more profits. So, for example, when Ethereum went to $1,400, that was a level that is so low that you could have double your money in a couple of weeks, because the level was so low. And that's the kind of opportunities, like the more it goes down, if we're gonna see the market deepen more, just be ready, because I currently I don't see yet that we are getting substantial support. I don't see a support yet coming for altcoins, so there is a possibility of we will bleed more, the market will bleed more and go down more, which in this case, if the war is going to escalate, which it does look like it escalating right now, we can dip more, but there's always going to be some kind of news coming, some kind. Maybe Jerome Powell is gonna say we're gonna cut the rates in July. We're gonna start to see headlines that rate cuts is gonna happen in July. So maybe something is gonna happen, and then the market can rebound very, very fast and continue moving forward. So until then, maybe there is no rush. I don't see yet that we are being supported in a major way. So I'm waiting. I'm patient. If I'm going to see support coming in and being established, that there will be a great time to position yourself. But overall, we might see some more bleeding happening, and this is because of the war, and that will provide more opportunity to make more money. Right, and if you're making money in FinUp and it's been actually making profits in the last 4 days, this is great, because the majority of the market is in losses currently.
Vitaly, what I can say, we need to be careful, but on the other side, if we are having Binance Core performing so good in such a challenging times, I think we have a tool that can, on a safe way, contribute and not just sustain, but even increase the deposits that they are there. I hope that on the next week call, we will have such a green number also. What I can say, Vitaly, thank you very much for joining this call. What I can say, I know that you are super busy, but very, very valuable on a literally weekly basis to give us all the insights. Vitaly, thank you very much. My dear audience, thank you very much.
Thank you.
With the latest news and updates from the entire Ultron ecosystem. Good night from Europe.